Welcome to the TNT podcast, where we discuss all of the hottest current events within hip hop culture, album reviews, politics within the music industry, and more. You all know me by Tellurian. I am one half of the TNT podcast, and of course, I have my brother here with me.
Yes, sir. My name is Timothy. I'm the other half of the TNT podcast, and we're here with the shits. We are bringing unbiased, unfiltered, honest conversations about hip hop and the culture. So if you're sensitive about your favorite artist or public figure, go on ahead to the next podcast, but you can still follow us though. Just remember, these are our opinions, and we are only speaking on behalf of us. Thank you all for tuning in.
All social media platforms will be in the description for each and every episode, so don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Peace and love.
He was waiting on somebody to do some real shit. Now he's coming in with it because he is coming with some fucking heat. That's all he wanted. He just that was his inspiration. That was his inspiration, was them two motherfuckers, because he knew something was going to go down.
Yes, man. Yeah, we about to get into it. We about to get into this. Oh, I'm excited. I want to welcome everybody to episode, 65? Episode 65 of the TNT podcast, TNT. I am one half of the TNT podcast. Y'all know me by Timothy. And of course, I got my brothers here with me today. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Yes, sir. This is the other half of the TNT podcast, Lauren. And yeah, man, we got a great one for y'all today. This is episode 65. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This your boy Justin coming back again. Support my brothers, support the movement. TNT all day, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So how y'all feeling, man? What y'all been up to?
Man,
we good, man. We good down here. We're trying to keep out. We got a little weather coming down our way. Little hurricane Sadie want to come knock on our doors, but I think we're gonna be all right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been seeing the hurricane. It's definitely going towards Louisiana. I want to just send my prayers out there to everybody. Everybody stay safe. If you can get out and leave, go ahead and do that. But for everybody that can't, they're stuck, they're staying there. Just stay safe. I'm sending prayers. We've seen this happen already with Hurricane Katrina. That was real tragic. So we don't want to see that again. So, but yeah, man, I don't want to take over.
But yeah, I just out processing. I've been chilling. That's pretty much all I've been doing. I ain't even been really working, just out processing. So I'm about to try to see if I can get a lot done in this week. And what's today? I got about 13, 14 days left of being an active duty military, Air Force. So yeah, I'll be completely done active duty in like 2 weeks. So yeah, actually 2 more Sundays. Yeah. So yeah. But no, I just been working, just out processing, chilling, kicking it with friends, and just preparing to move back. So yeah, I ain't been doing much, just pretty much chilling though. Catching up on music. There's so much music. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Music, documentaries, shows, nothing else. Podcasts. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's a lot of shit coming. Shit's coming faster and faster every day. I'm trying to keep up. I get overwhelmed every now and then, but it's all good. I love it. I love music. I love hip hop. I feel like hip hop is a part of me. I'm alive. I'm here and I'm alive for hip hop. But yeah, man, nothing's been going on my end. I just been working and chilling, just living life, trying to stay in a positive mind frame. Day to day, same thing over here, same day to day activities. I don't really do too much. But but I wanted to ask you, man, like you're like you said, you're about to be home. You're about to be home, man. So how does it feel that you're going to be coming back to Dallas with your family and
Good, man. Good. Like I've been ready. I've been gone for 5 years, so it's gonna feel good. It's gonna be like a fresh new start. Feel like I know Dallas, but I don't know Dallas. It's like I'm from Dallas, but it's like I kind of left starting my adulthood in my early 20s. So now I'm in my like late 20s. So it's like, and my last day in the Air Force is my 28th birthday. So it's like, it's kind of crazy to be like, you started in your early 20s, then you're in your late 20s. So it's like, it felt like brand new to me. And no, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to explore Dallas and try new places. Cause it's crazy. I feel like I've done more here than I've ever done back home. So it's gonna be dope. Almost like exploring a new city, almost, even though I'm from there. But nah, bro, I'm excited. I think it's time for like, just that next phase to do something different. And I don't know, bro. I just like fresh starts. It just feel good.
It's gonna be a big change. Big change
man.
for you to come back to Dallas. But we're gonna welcome you with open arms.
Yeah, man. I'm excited, bro. I'm super excited. And then I'm coming home in what? But in 3 weeks for, your event, and then coming back and, closing stuff down here on this side. Then I'm head back again. So yeah, man, I'm excited. It's a lot coming up. We got concerts and shows coming up, me and you. So J Electronica. Who else we got? We got the Conway joint. Yeah, we got some shows coming up.
Y'all got it made down there. Like I said, some people come down here, some people don't. The closest they'll come probably New Orleans and then Texas and then probably Florida and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Down in Mississippi, you might get lucky, but nah, you don't really see it too much.
Yeah,
I look when I get ready to move back, boy. I tell you, I might take too much advantage of that.
Mm-hmm. You got to take advantage of the shows in Dallas because, I mean, some artists I've only seen because I've lived in California because they come to Dallas, but very rarely. Mm-hmm. It's something about New York and Cali where they always go. But in Dallas, it's like up and down. You don't know if they'll come or they'll say they come and they might cancel. Right. But I know a lot of celebrities do like Dallas. I think it just sometimes you got to be in a area where music is really like big. California, New York. It's like they always gonna be in those areas. So, but yeah, you get chances to see people in Dallas, see them in Dallas for sure. Me and Tim have been to like 50 shows in Dallas or 30 shows, however many. So
we've seen pretty much everybody. Like we've seen everybody. But yeah, normally when people come, they skip Dallas. Pusha T is on my shit list for skipping Dallas several times.
I think he I think he texted me about that day, and I bought the ticket, and then I think they said I end up canceling the whole thing. I was like, damn. I would love to see Pusha T, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I say he should do it even if it's like 20 people, bro, because I don't know. I don't know how people feel about Pusha T in Dallas. I don't know how they feel. So
he probably caught wind of what happened when Joe Budden came down, and I think Tim told me nobody went to it, and then I guess he felt some type of way. Like he probably caught on that. Like I don't know. People ain't messing with them lyrical rappers no more. That's all. Yeah. If you ain't bumping that club shit, ain't nobody coming to you.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. Yep.
Yeah, people don't really want to go to hip hop shows anymore. It's cool, it's fine. We'll just have to travel, if we want to see Pusha T, and I'm okay with that.
Honestly, that's what might be like. I might end up doing that. I might just be traveling to see artists that I want to see. Like instead of, I'm just like, they might not come to Dallas, so I might just have to travel to see them. So I wouldn't mind doing that at all. Actually, I wouldn't mind that. But yeah, man, a lot of music. A lot of
goddamn music. Fuck it. Let's get to the shits. Let's just
get to it, bro.
Let's get to the shits.
You see Timothy over there shaking, boy.
Yeah, he's just like, let's get to it, bro. Let's just get to it. Jump right in.
Let's quit the small talk and get to the shits. Baby Keem, Family Ties. How did y'all feel about this record?
Man. First off, the record is hard. Baby Keem spazzed. He spazzed. Like, I had been waiting on anything with Kendrick on it. I was just like, give us something. So first thing I can definitely say is the visuals. Oh my God, the visuals for this video is incredible.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what it is about when Kendrick is on a video. It looks like a movie. It looks like a movie camera. I don't know what it is, like, or who he's working with. It's always high production videos. I don't know if that's him, like, in the background, like, on some, like, we got to make this look right. Because every time his video, like The God, what was the video? The God is Gangster. That looked like a movie. Like, it's always a deeper meaning or looking video as far as quality goes. And Kendrick just always go off. But yeah, I don't know what that is. I was like, Kendrick need to be, I don't know if he's gonna be directing any films or what, but any type of film he's in or video, the video quality is like insane every time. So that was something that I noticed. And then Kendrick spazzing. Like I just been waiting on a Kendrick verse. Like I've just been like, what are we gonna get when Kendrick drops something? And then like we was talking about earlier, he was doing a lot of face covering. I don't know what that was about, but I don't know if that's just like on some like COVID, or if it's just like I'm trying to be like, mystique and mysterious on some like MF Doom type stuff. I don't know. But I don't know, man. I am loving this time in music right now. Like right now. Cause I don't know, bro. We need this, especially how long he's been gone. And it's like, fam, all I got to say is we have to appreciate Kendrick, because we ain't getting no more of this, like a lot more of this, of him being in front of the camera. We're not gonna get that much of this. So yeah, man. Baby Keem spaz, Kendrick spaz, and he can rap, bro. He can just he can rap. He's just going to improve it.
Facts. You say, like I said, what we needed this Kendrick verse. And like when I was at work, when I was listening to it, I was chilling, and then like when I was listening to it, he was spaz. But then I looked at the picture of the song, and I was looking at it. I said, "Damn, that kind of reminded me of like Kendrick Lamar thing." Cause he, Good Kid, Mad City, he was crossing everybody's face off. Yeah. And then I looked to the other side. I see a young Kendrick picture. Mm-hmm. I said, "Damn, wait a minute. Why Kendrick in this picture?" Then I looked it up and I kind of figured out they're first cousins.
Yeah, Baby Keem, and yeah.
I was like, oh damn. I said, you know what? This fire right here. I said, and then I listened to that verse. I was like, bro. I said, why he snapping like that? I said, somebody done pissed him off. Somebody done pissed the man off, man.
He coming for niggas next, bro. He's coming for niggas next.
No,
he got tired of being called number 2, bro.
He's coming for 2 niggas next. Okay. let's get this clear. He's coming for 2 niggas next. Okay. I just want to say salute to Baby Keem, because I don't want to take all the spotlight away from him. His verse was dope. The way he was switching flows and stuff like that was dope. Wow. I always thought that Baby Keem was dope. He released Die For My Bitch a couple of years back. I thought that was an underrated album. If y'all haven't heard that yet, y'all should definitely go check that out. But I was definitely looking forward to this record because I like how Baby Keem and Kendrick kind of feed off of each other. And there was a great display of that on this record, because the beat switches, I think, 3 times on this song. The beat switches 3 times. And I love when beat switches. When a beat switches and Kendrick comes in, you already know he's fixing a fucking spaz. So I already knew what was coming. Smoking on top 5s.
Yes, I was just about to say, just say smoking on top 5.
Smoking on top 5s. Fuck that album. Fuck that single. Burn that hard drive.
Burn that hard drive.
Kendrick is waiting for one of you to say Candyman. Why has no one said Candyman yet? Why has no one said Candyman yet? That was a line.
Candyman.
That was a line from 2017 on Element. No one has said Candyman yet.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out why no one has said Candyman yet. I think, and I hate to bring Drake into this, but I think Drake is terrified of Kendrick Lamar. I think Drake is terrified of Kendrick Lamar. I think he's fucking terrified of Kendrick Lamar. This might be a hot take, but I don't give a fuck. We do hot takes here on TV. I think Drake is terrified of Kendrick Lamar, okay?
Terrified, man.
certified.
That's a bold statement right there, man.
I think Kendrick Lamar knew and saw that Drake's album is coming out and Kanye's album Kanye's album released today. I think he saw that, and I think he wanted to insert himself in this conversation. I think he picked the perfect time to drop this verse. I think this verse was just a little taste of what we're about to get on this, whatever he's about to do on this album. But I think he's coming for blood. And I've been saying this for the past year. He's coming for blood.
Yep.
He's coming for blood. There were a few moments in here where I thought that he was specifically talking to Drake. And I'm about to tell you the line that I think that he was talking about Drake. It was at the end of the song. Whenever he said, it was at the end when he was he did the little voice and he was like, I'm that guy. Stop playing. Smoking on top 5.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. Baby Keem came in and said, number 2 has been DMing my bitch. That's cool. I don't ask why. So if Kendrick is saying, I'm smoking on top 5s, obviously Kendrick, I mean, they're together. So obviously he's thinking Kendrick is the GOAT number 1, right? Who the fuck is number 2? Who's number 2?
Drake. It gotta be Drake.
Drake. Why the fuck is Drake DMing Baby Keem's girl?
Bro, that's crazy. Bro, that went over my head low key. That's wild.
Damn, that is wild, bro.
Number 2, DMing my bitch. And then I can't remember the line exactly, but I think Kendrick said, what do you say? I'm smoking on top 5s. All of the rap game is my sons or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he said I got a daughter, but the rest of y'all niggas my sons or something. He said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was some weird way he said it. I was like, that's fire, bro. Like,
is Drake? I love Drake. But is Drake not the definition of a bitch ass nigga?
I mean, I feel like you've been saying that for years.
So, why is he DMing somebody else's girl? And this is why I didn't like Marvin's Room. Okay, this is why I didn't like Marvin's Room, because Marvin's Room is the bitch ass nigga anthem. Okay. Okay.
And I've never heard nobody say it like that.
And he gave it to you the rated R version.
What about the people that listen to it?
Yeah, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, go back to that, man.
No.
Marvin's Room kind of fire. Like
no. If you listen to it, that's fine. But if you're out there doing what he's talking about on that song, then you're grouped in with the rest of the bitch ass niggas. Because Drake trying to talk to married women who have been engaged, people with girlfriends, like, come on, man.
Bro, I'm really wondering how many women would just like drop everything they doing to take a flight to see Drake. Like, I feel like a lot. I'm talking about engaged married women. Like, I'm not talking about women that's out here that's just single. They can do whatever they want. I'm talking about fully engaged, like
let's
married women. That's kind of bro.
Let's be real. You know, sometimes it's like a one-time only thing. You know, somebody gonna do it. And
some women, I think some women can't resist. Like they just,
it's not gonna be them known, like the known people, unless you know they just really want to fuck with Drake. It's gonna be like them people that you don't even know. Like
I feel like some women would crack. They just like I can't not go see Drake. like,
I mean, it's Drake. It's Drake. I'm pretty sure.
Some women are a bop for Drake. Like
no, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Like some women are about for Drake for real. They can't resist. They're like, engaged or not, I'm gonna go see Drake. Like some women they can't resist. Like, and
no, you probably got people that don't even know Drake's music, don't even know Drake make music, and they just like, hey, I'm a rapper. I got money. You try to come out and see me tonight? Packing your bags, they out there, motherfucker. That's crazy, man.
If you don't know who Drake is at this point, where the hell are you living? Are you living under a rock?
You gotta be living under a rock. Even things that are under rocks know who Drake is.
Exactly.
The worm under a rock, whatever the hell is under a rock.
The worm under the rock is definitely bumper certified Lover Boy when it comes out.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep.
But
that's like being in Africa and like people not knowing who Michael Jackson is. They know who Drake is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But no, Kendrick is definitely coming after that number one spot. And the only way that you get to that number one spot is to get rid of the person who's in that number one spot. And we all know who that person is. Yep. And the reason why I think Drake is terrified of Kendrick is back to the conversation that we had whenever I was talking about how he kind of inserted himself in the conversation around Damn. When Damn came out, he had the number one album that year. That was, to me, a lot of people say that Drake's run has been going since Take Care up until now. But I think there's a couple of years in there where Drake didn't dominate the year, and that was definitely 2017. Drake did not dominate 2017. Kendrick Lamar dominated 2017, and I think Drake has been terrified of Kendrick since then. He may not seem like it. I think he's made comments before about Kendrick, making it seem like Kendrick is not on his radar, but I think Drake is definitely terrified of Kendrick Lamar. And this verse just it let me know that he's coming. He's coming, and it pretty much proved what I've been saying for a year. He's coming, and he's coming to chop motherfuckers' heads off. I'm trying to tell you right now.
Yep, pretty much.
I don't think that Kendrick Lamar gives a fuck about J. Cole at all.
He don't.
He's coming straight for Drake, and that line, the number 2 DM in my bitch, I think that was a clear shot at Drake. I think.
Yep, I think so too.
I think
that's crazy.
That was a clear shot at Drake, and I'm just excited. I'm excited, man. And we're about to get some great albums from Drake. The Kanye album came out today. So I still need to listen to that. So, I know y'all are going to be wanting us to talk about that album, but give us some time to listen to it. We got to digest it, break it down, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it. But did y'all watch he did the third live stream? Did y'all get to watch the third live stream?
I watched some of it. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but this one seemed the craziest. It seemed like it got crazier every live stream.
Yeah,
this joint was in Chicago. He actually went to Chicago for this joint. And he was born in Atlanta, so he did 2 in Atlanta, and then he finally brought it to Chicago. And this one looked crazier because it was like, I don't know. It looked like a bunch of craziness. Stuff was on fire. He was on fire. Like, it looked like Kim was in there. It looked like he was like about to get married to Kim again. It looked weird.
That's the part that I was about to say. This was some crazy ass shit. Seeing Kim Kardashian come out in a wedding dress.
It was weird. It was crazy.
Yeah, this one was definitely the weirdest one out of all of them. It still does look like an Illuminati meeting. 100%.
It does. It did.
100%. I liked all the cameos. He had Travis Scott come out. Marilyn Manson was looking awkward as fuck.
Yeah, that's what got me right there. I was like, what the hell is he doing now? Hold up.
Man, Marilyn Manson was looking very awkward.
He was looking out of place. That's what he was looking. He was looking out of place.
Yeah, it looked like it was in his own head, like he forgot anybody was there. Like it was crazy.
It looked like he was vibing, but it was like a weird kind of vibe. It was like
It's like this is like my white person vibe, and I don't know how to vibe Black people vibe. Like
it was one of those vibes where he was just trying to be like, yeah, I'm in a room full of niggas and I'm trying to fit in, and I think I'm gonna just bob my head.
I'm gonna just move, like, you know what I'm saying, on some like.
That's what niggas do, so I'm gonna bob my head. I'm gonna bob my head. But yeah, Travis Scott came out. I think DaBaby came out because he had previewed a new verse of the Jail record with DaBaby on it, which DaBaby's verse was crazy. He spazzed.
It was.
He spazzed.
It was.
I'm trying to think of who else. It was a lot of people. There was a lot of people that were there. He made a lot of changes to the album. A lot of verses were added and some verses were removed. But it's okay because on I don't know if it's different on each streaming platform, but on the title version of the album, it's 27 songs. And he has a part 2 of each record that he changed the verses on. So I thought that was dope. It was real smart.
Yeah, I'm glad he at least kept those and added whatever. Yeah, I'm happy about that. But this album, if I'm not tripping, I think I saw it was 1 hour and 48 minutes.
It was almost 2 hours.
Jesus, that is a long album.
Yeah, Jesus.
I'm still gonna listen to it. I'm still gonna listen to it, but my God.
Yeah, seriously, I wasn't expecting 27 songs or whatever, because like, you know, Kanye doesn't just overboard his albums with songs like that. Like, hey, wasn't he the one that started that 5 to 7 song EP stuff? Because, you know, he was doing it for a good minute, and I was like, yeah, probably Donda might be at least 10, maybe 12. The motherfucker said 27. I said 27. I said, oh yeah, Kanye up to something. I said, he don't just do shit like this.
Hey, you said 10. You said 10 or 12. For some reason, I knew it wasn't gonna be 12. I was like, it's gonna be at least 15 to 20 joints. Yeah. Like, I was like, I knew it was gonna be, because yeah, I was like, I know this album is gonna be at least like 15.
Because like I said, Ye, when he dropped Ye only had like, I think 7 songs, and then that last one he dropped after that, Jesus King.
Yeah.
He didn't have no more than like what, 14, 15 songs on that,
something like that, yeah. And then this album, 27, like, man. It almost felt like Life of Pablo, like he didn't know. It's like with Life of Pablo, how he changed it so many times, and he was trying to figure out what songs to put on there, what songs to take off, or it being like a part 1 or part 2. It was almost like he almost did that exact same thing on this album. It's like, dang, I didn't know what to keep, I didn't know what to like take off, so I'm gonna just put both of them. So it was just like. But I think he's just trying to figure out how to put the music out, because Kanye got so much music. It's albums. I looked the other day. It's like between like Life of Pablo and this album, or even before that, it's supposed to have been like 3-4 other albums that was supposed to drop that never dropped, or 5. Like it's multiple albums. So he be trying to. I think he be trying to figure out how to rearrange songs and put out music, but then he's such a perfectionist, it just ends up just being a whole, like, it just becomes annoying after a while. Like,
yeah, so for me, I think that's how it was. Everything that you just said, I think that was what he was doing with Life of Pablo, but I can see right through the bullshit with this album. Okay. I think this was all a strategic marketing plan for him to come out.
I think that too.
For him to come out with an album so that he could sell records. And I think that him doing the live streams and changing up the songs and putting out part 2 versions of the songs and all that, this is about to be the new form of releasing music. So I do give Kanye a clap for that, for being for looking into the future. And seeing how the music landscape is going to be in the future. So I do applaud him for that. But all of this, you know, inserting himself with the Drake, trying to release at the same time with Drake, doing the live streams, changing the song. This is all strategic marketing. This is all a way for him to sell more records. This is all a way for him. Even the merch, he was putting out the t-shirts and all of that, trying to get people to buy the merchandise, and then if you buy a piece of merchandise, you can get the album for an extra, for $5 instead of paying a full price for the album, so that it will count as an album sale. And then I don't know if it's true, but I saw somebody had posted where he's releasing this new tech thing where you can change the album and change verses however you want.
Yeah, I think that's actually real. I think that's actually a real thing. I think they say he's charging, I think it's like only $200, and you can make Donda kind of like sound the way you want it to sound. Like,
come on.
No, I think that's a real thing.
Come on, guys. This is a way to sell music. This is a way to sell more albums.
And I just read he's number 1 on iTunes already after the album just being out a short period of time. He's already number 1, like on iTunes already.
Yeah, he should be number 1.
Influence he got, man. That's the influence he got, bro.
Kanye has that effect. He's already number 1.
And like I said, he got a crazy mindset, but like his mindset works to what he's working towards.
It's
like
all strategic.
I see it on social media. Like, why is Kanye doing this? Why Kanye? I said, if y'all understand his music, understand how passionate he's about music, even if he go about it the weird way, it's like something he likes and it's gonna come out great. Like, yeah. I can already tell a lot of people gonna be talking about it. I was like, yeah, y'all just don't understand the man. Like I said, he went through a lot, and y'all are trying to like just use that as like his crutch. Like, we're gonna talk about him because of what he went through. I'm like, but he's using it as like an inspirational thing. He's trying to, like I said, create art, like he always do. If he come out doing it crazy, It's just showing off passion of what he do. Like, you don't see that much.
He is Kanye. Kanye's been crazy since before College Dropout. But not crazy, but he been the same person. It's just when he got bigger, it amplified it. Really, everything is just amplified. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The bigger somebody gets, it just amplifies. Like money. Money amplifies who you already are. It don't make you different, really. So.
With all that being said, though, I have a question because I do think that he was very smart with putting this together because obviously we talked about it here on the podcast before. Artists like Travis Scott, for example, when he put out Astroworld, he was trying to sell it in bundles, and that's how he was able to do all those numbers the first week whenever he was doing the bundles. And then they changed the rules so you can't do bundles anymore because it's kind of cheating in a way. So I think,
but really, who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, yeah, they care because I remember Nicki Minaj spazzing the fuck out that week, bro.
Yeah,
but she still shouldn't care because her album wasn't as good as Travis, so she shouldn't even know. Her album was not as good as Travis at all, so she took that L. She lost. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that, and I feel like, you know, in this streaming era where album sales are kind of becoming obsolete in a way, I think you have to figure out how to sell your album. I mean, it sucks, but you got to figure out how to sell your album. And I think Kanye, he's figuring that out. And I think with what he's done, it's going to change how people put out their albums in the future. So I think we just saw the first glimpse of that. So that's dope. But I have a question. Because while I'm saying that I think that this was all a marketing tactic, I've been seeing the conversation float around that Kanye needs Drake. He needs Drake. And I think that's why he tried to put out his album at the same time as Drake to kind of recreate that thing between him and 50 Cent from 2007. Because that's the easiest way that he's going to sell records, and he'll do it quick. And I think right now we're in a time where anybody that stands next to Drake, or if you're releasing on the same day that Drake is releasing, if you're doing a feature with Drake, whatever you're doing with Drake, Drake is going to boost you just because he's Drake. So
that's a thing. Yeah.
Do you guys think that he wanted to release the album at the same time as Drake because he thinks that it will help his album sales, or do you guys just think that he really wanted to just release with Drake, just to release with Drake?
I think he was being paid. I think it could be a mixture of both. It could be just because Kanye is petty, and then it could just be like, oh, I'm gonna release the same day as Drake just to, you know, like poke at Drake, like, and just like mess with him or whatever. And then, but Kanye is still Kanye all by himself. So it's like Kanye still has a fan base that's still not gonna go nowhere, like, because it's Kanye. Kanye is fine all by himself. But I don't know. I think some people feel like he might need Drake to do whatever. But yeah, of course, Drake is that person now. But I think Kanye is he's still fine, even if he didn't release it on the same day as Drake, which he didn't, which I'm actually kind of glad about, because it's like on the week that you dropped your album, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, but it's going to be kind of crazy because Drake album drops Friday. So that it could go from like this week is like, oh, Donda. And then when Friday hit, Certified Lover Boy, but like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, when Friday
get like pushed to the side for like, what is it? It's Sunday. It dropped today. Sunday.
I'm telling you now, when Friday hits and Certified Lover Boy comes out, Donda is dead. I'm telling you right now, it's dead. It's done. Nobody.
That's crazy to me.
Nobody's gonna talk about it.
But no, I think Kanye is fine all by himself. But I think he might either just be, you know, messing with Drake because of this whole thing they got, or it could be doing something for his albums too. But yeah, man, I actually kind of am happy that he didn't release it the same day as Drake, because I feel like Drake would have owned that day. I mean, people would have listened to Donda, but it wouldn't have probably got the attention as Certified Lover Boy. So, but yeah, I think Kanye is Kanye all by himself. He's still fine. Like, I think even though Drake is bigger, it still don't take away from who Kanye is and his artistry and his album sales and none of that. Not saying they might not be as big as Drake's, but it still don't take away from Kanye. So that's what I think.
I don't know if I can see Kanye. Jesus is King did 264K first week. I think with everything that he's done to lead up to this album, he can't do anything less than 350. He can't do anything less than 350. So I have him doing 350 the least, 550 the most. But he can't do anything less than 350. If he does something less than 350, then it's going to be looking pretty bad for Kanye West. It's looking pretty bad.
Yeah. Nah, real talk. I believe it. Because, it's Kanye.
Yeah, and you know, I agree with you when you're saying that right now is Drake's time, but Kanye is such a legend that
he's a legend, though.
I think if he does less than 350K, I think that's gonna kind of signify a shift. And I mean, Drake is already that guy. He's already that guy, but if Kanye does less than 350K, I think it's done. Like Kanye, just move on to other things. Go ahead and work at Gap, do clothes or whatever. Go on ahead and move forward from music.
He's still not gonna be done with music though. He's still gonna release something eventually, but yeah, man. At that point, he probably just really gonna be doing it for the love of music.
Like
I still listen because it's Kanye.
Hey Tim, so like when you're talking about like as far as like the 250, the 550, you talk about like units as a whole, or
as in a week, in a week,
like first week,
the first week sales, yeah,
first week.
I mean, yeah, because the average number for like Drake is like be up in the 500s first week most of the time.
No, Drake hasn't done anything less than 700K since 2013. Drake is doing 700K.
Let me rephrase that. That's gonna be tough for him because I don't see that either. I love Kanye, but I don't see. I probably, like I said, the most 35, well, more than that. Sorry about that. About 250, 300K first week. Hopefully more because it's Kanye, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough getting to that 700 mark. Like that's tough as shit.
Yeah, I don't know Kanye doing a 700. If he does, that would be. I'd be like, oh wow, like that's this Kanye. I like they really wanted Donda. If that was the case.
Yeah, because like I said, he pushed it back so much, and that's gonna affect a lot too. Like you kept pushing it back when you should have just dropped it. The first time you claimed you were gonna drop it, and you just kept pushing it back. Like I understand you might want to rework stuff, and you want to make it perfect, but I notice a lot of people complain about time, like how time frames is with people. Like some people talk about why the hell you wait 5 years just to drop an album, and you one of the top rappers and stuff. And like I said, I can see if that might affect it. And like I said, Drake can just do that. He can wait 30 years from now, and he'll probably still sell out. And that's asking a lot.
But yeah, with Kanye, the only way I can see Kanye just, I don't know. I still don't know if he'll just sell like that.
Yeah,
but it's the way he dropped the album. The way he dropped the album, I think that got people's attention though. Like, oh, let me sneak drop the album, so that's gonna make people want to listen. So his sales might be pretty good. We're gonna see. We're gonna see by the week, really he got up until low key certified lover boy, low key. Like he don't even really got a whole week. He really got to Friday.
Yeah. I have him doing 350 the least, 550 the most. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Like Kendrick said, y'all got a couple days to get y'all shit together.
Yeah, he definitely doing more numbers than Jesus. Jesus is King. He's definitely doing more numbers because the track list, the people that are on it, he doing more numbers for sure.
And then Drake, if Drake does anything less than 700K, it's going to be time for him and his team to go and reevaluate because Drake shouldn't be in the business of doing anything less than 700K.
Okay, let's say you putting Drake on a pedestal right there. Damn.
So what if he do 500K?
I was like,
him and his team are going to need to go reevaluate, because I think when Drake releases an album, I think he tries to go for 1 million in the first week. And I know for a fact that when he doesn't do 1 million in the first week, I know Drake gets upset. I know he fucking gets upset. I know he sits at home and he's like, fuck. So I think personally, if he does less than 700K with this album, he's about to give us a full pop album for his next album, because that's going to piss him off. That's going to make him so mad.
Oh yeah,
he's going to give us he's going to give us an album full of Hotline Blings, the next album, if he does.
Yep. He's going to be like, forget this rapping. I'm going straight pop on y'all.
Straight fucking pop, because like I said, I know for a fact that when Drake does less than 1 million, it makes him mad. Because I know the competitor that Drake is. He talks in his music a lot about him running laps over everybody. He's breaking records over fucking roads that these niggas done paved and all that kind of shit. Like, he's not talking all that shit for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So with Certified Lover Boy, I think I have Drake at like maybe 800. I think he's doing 800 to 1 million first week, I think, in my opinion.
He just might, because if the album sales don't back up the talk, he gonna be, Yep.
Yeah, his team. I'm telling you. OVO, they're gonna have to call a meeting. They're gonna have to call a huddle. It's gonna be time for a huddle, because it's gonna be time for Drake. He's gonna have to do a reevaluation. You gotta do a reevaluation, bro. Because if Drake does less than, I'll just say this: if Drake does less than Kendrick, right? If Drake does less numbers than Kendrick, then his team is really gonna go they're gonna go in the room and they're gonna call an Illuminati meeting, and they're gonna be like, okay, what the fuck do we need to do? Because this can't happen. Like, you have to stay the number one guy. Like, this can't happen. And
Kendrick can literally say, you're not that guy. He really can say you're not that guy. Kendrick can really say that. Yo.
Look, I'm trying to tell you. And I
You're
think
not that guy, my boy. Not no more.
No,
not
man.
No more, Aubrey.
No, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that Kendrick is going to outsell Drake. If it's not by a lot, I don't care if it's by 20,000. I think he's gonna outsell Drake. I do.
I think so too. People want this Kendrick music, bro. And Kendrick, man, that's crazy. Kendrick is probably about to sell like crazy, bro.
Do you think people still want the Kendrick versus Drake back and forth? You think people still want that?
They always want that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, some people don't care too much for it, but I don't know. I feel like people that is into this rapping, like they want to see who gonna outdo who.
Especially if it's like the top people. Like,
yeah,
we all seen Drake kind of pick bones with, like, little lesser folks, say what he has to say. But then you got Kendrick, which is like either right there next to you or a little bit above you. And like I said, it's gonna be monster versus monster. Like, who's gonna win this one? I think a lot of people will like that.
Yep.
Want that. We'll want that, because I want it, because I still feel like it's unfinished business right there.
It is. It is.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely unfinished business. I mean, what did Kendrick say in that freestyle? He tucked a sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Yeah, I think
that's it, bruh. And then look, it's crazy because everybody like, man, that was just light work. I said, light work. This nigga made 4 songs after he said that shit, and it still didn't touch Kendrick's verse. Come on, man. I'm top 5. What do you say? I'm top 2, but I'm not 2. Like, yeah, it's light work with Drake, man. Kendrick still got that nigga shit.
Yeah, man. It's a crazy time right now. Yep.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think the real competition here is Kendrick and Drake. We can talk about Drake and Kanye all day long. Kanye's from a different era.
Kanye's an OG now, so at this point, Kanye just need to make his sales, make his money, and keep it pushing.
I think Kanye is competing.
He wants to be in that circle of like, oh yeah, I'm still the best OG. Like, he wants to be in that, but it's okay if he's not, because Kanye is a GOAT. Like, that's just period. He's a GOAT. He just wants to be the GOAT, even over the newer GOATs. Like, he just want to be the GOAT, period.
I feel like Kanye kind of wants that Michael Jordan, Mount Rushmore type of feel. Like, when he's gone, and y'all still talk about rappers, y'all still can't put them, like I said, you see LeBron can't get over Michael, sure, why not? But I think he wants that type of feeling, like when you talk about somebody, you're still gonna talk about Kanye before you talk about these young heads.
Yeah.
So I like I say, it feels like it's a competitive spirit, and he just want to be considered the top before it's all said and done.
Mm-hmm.
He wants his own Mount Rushmore.
I think in his mind, I think in Kanye's mind, he thinks he's like, he's older, but in the rap competition, in his mind, he's like in his 20s or 30s. Like in his mind, like he's there. I mean, he's making music and it's still selling. But I'm saying, I think he wants to be still like in that Drake, Kendrick conversation. And I'm just saying, it's okay if he's not. Like, you can still be that OG that makes music and still sells, even if it don't sell as much as a Drake or a Kendrick or like a Cole or whatever, like whoever. You can still be Kanye, like just by yourself. You still like in an arena by yourself that's like still nobody's in your lane. Like there's still people that are not in Kanye's lane. Even if they out rap him, they not the artist that Kanye is. Like it's like whatever. But I think he still want those sales. Like he's like, I still want to outsell Kendrick. I still want to outsell Drake. He's not going to outsell them.
Yeah, he's not going to outsell them. And you know, like we always say here, numbers don't necessarily matter. But I think when you start talking about, it
matters to him though a little bit. It still matters to him a little bit. You know, for us, we just want all of them. You know, we just want good music. But for Kanye, hit sales and him outselling stuff makes him. I think it makes Kanye feel a way about himself being over like a Kendrick or a Drake. To him, it matters.
I think once you're at the top of the pyramid where Drake and Kanye and Kendrick are, I think the conversation changes. It's not just about, I mean, it is about the quality of the music, but when you talk about Drake and Kanye, those are two guys that they want that top spot. And in order to get that top spot, the quality is not the only thing that's going to get you there. It's the who has their hand on the culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Kendrick, Kanye, Cole, that's what they all want. They want that. And
it's a high, I think, for some people. Like, and Kendrick has been at that top. Like, he's just like, he don't want to come down from it. It's like a high he don't want to come down from ever. Like, he always wants to be number one. Like, every time, if it's clothes, if it's music, if it's fashion, if it's a film, Kanye wants to be number one every time, whatever it is.
And I don't necessarily think that it's a high. I think it's more so, in order for you to be considered the greatest of all time, there it's like we talk about checking boxes. There's these things that you have to have in order to be considered the greatest of all time. Just being a lyrical miracle guy is not going to make you the greatest of all time. And Drake knows that, Kanye knows that, Kendrick knows that. You know what I'm saying? So I think the numbers conversation, you know, I don't really care to have it. But when we're talking about guys like them, as much as we don't think it's important, it is important. It is important because it kind of lets you know where you are within the culture, what brackets you're in, where you're at, and all that kind of stuff. And I think that Kanye, he's always been that guy, like you said, like he wants to be Jordan. He wants to
number one spot in everything.
He wants to be the Jordan. And Drake is that guy right now, and I think everybody. I don't necessarily say that people are tired of Drake being number one. I think people are just like, I want to be number one. Like Kendrick wants to be number one. Kendrick wants to be number one, and he will be number one.
Yep.
So this is gonna be the next few weeks is gonna be interesting to see, because I think we're gonna get Drake on the 3rd, and then I think Kendrick is gonna come shortly after that. I think Kendrick is coming right after that.
Bruh.
And we're gonna see who the real king of this shit is in the next couple of weeks. So
I feel like I feel like it might be Kendrick. We're gonna see. Yeah, man. This next few weeks about to be crazy.
Yeah,
it's about to be crazy.
This is beautiful. That's all I can say.
I love it. I love this. I love this.
Hip hop is snapping.
Yeah, man. It's alive and well. I'm loving it, bro. I'm loving it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, man. I'm loving it. But what y'all been on? What y'all been listening to? Like,
Well, I just got off that Belly album. That was pretty. I like that. I never actually listened to Belly except for that one song he dropped with the Weeknd a long ass time ago. And then I see Timothy, he shared it. I said, damn, I forgot Belly dropped the album this week. I went ahead and listened to it. You know, it was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah,
Other
Belly.
than that's about really it. Other than that,
yeah.
as far as the rap goes.
I don't know if y'all saw I read something, I think it was yesterday. Nas was saying Hit Boy is almost like his Quincy Jones, like what Quincy Jones was to Michael Jackson. And I think they're gonna try to do a King Disease 3. I was just like, oh, they gonna probably keep this going with these albums. I hope they do
Hit Boy's energy right now. Like I'm really loving Hit Boy's energy. Like his work is speaking for itself.
Oh yeah.
But I wanted to talk about the Belly album. Belly is dope. What I like about him is he's real slick with his bars and he's witty. I think he's one of those guys that's like, you listen to his music and you don't think that he's like a lyricist, but he actually is a lyricist. Like he can rap.
Yeah.
He can really rap. And he's very, very diverse. He can give you a record with Nas and he can turn around and give you a record with The Weeknd.
With The Weeknd, yeah.
With The Weeknd, he can turn around and give you a record with one of these younger rappers. I think he's dope. I think he's really dope. I need to finish listening to the new album that came out. I ran through it like one time, but I need to listen to albums more than once for me to be able to judge it. So, but yeah, I'm gonna give that some more listens. That's one of the albums that came out that I've been listening to. And I do agree with Justin. Hit Boy is really on a run right now. He's on a run.
Yep.
Nas, Big Sean, Deep Reverence is one of my favorite records that's been just in general, not even just from Big Sean, but it's one of my favorite records that's been released in the past couple of years from many artists. So salute to Hit Boy. But while I say that, The Alchemist is out here.
Oh yeah, The Alchemist is great.
Okay, that Hit Boy
right there.
Hit Boy is on the run, but The Alchemist is out here fucking bodying shit. Okay, because
he is, man. He
Alfredo, really is, he had. Salute to Nas because King's Disease won the Grammy, but Alchemist had 2 albums that were up for Grammys last year. Because remember, he produced on Jay Electronica's Written Testimony. He produced on that album.
Yep. That's a great album. I like that album.
Freddie Gibbs' Alfredo was nominated.
Yeah, Alfredo is one of the best albums I've ever heard.
Yeah. Alchemist is also on a run because last year, Price of Tea in China came out. Boldy James. That album was fucking phenomenal. Conway the Machine, Lulu. That album came out last year too. This year, Bo Jackson, Boldy James released another album.
I just thought about something when you said Lulu. Do you know where that came from? Lulu? Do you remember it just hit me right now. Do you remember in Paid in Full when what was his name? Ace was getting like he was getting the drugs from the dude. Like he went in his house, and then like the one time he went in his house, like dude was dead because he was pretty much selling the bricks for him.
Right.
That dude's name was Lulu. Like it literally just hit me.
Wow, I didn't even think of that.
I was like, yo, that just hit me. That I was like, Lulu. I was like, oh snap, Paid in Full.
That's crazy.
Ace selling the bricks, and like when he came back, Lulu was dead, and then he met the dude in the little, I guess the restaurant. He was like, I used to work with Lulu. He's like, I found him dead, blah 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 blah, and like I was like, oh snap, that really just hit me just now. That Lulu was the dude that Ace was getting the bricks from. The what was he from? Like somewhere overseas, either Colombia or whatever, but he was pretty much his plug to sell the drugs or whatever. That literally just hit me now, like, oh, Lulu, like
that's crazy.
You got a little skill on there something what you're talking about.
I think that's pretty much a coke like drug type reference type, like Lulu. Like I was like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy how they be putting that together. Griselda, they some them niggas is them niggas is oh man, that's crazy.
Look, I agree. I think Westside Gunn is definitely up there with those people who we consider as like just great, not artists, but also like executives. They're great at putting things together. He's great at album rollouts. He's great at selling the merch. He's great at doing all that. And I definitely think that Westside Gunn could definitely have his own like label / business.
Oh yeah.
Like later on down the line, which I mean, he kind of already has it now, but I can definitely see it becoming like an empire, like him having like a plethora of artists, and
they are the smartest like street rappers. Like they their minds is bigger than even just street stuff. They smart dudes, like really smart.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, that Lulu thing is like, but yeah, if y'all go back and watch Paid in Full, go back and watch it and catch like you'll see when they say Lulu or when he says Lulu, you'll be like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that. That's crazy. But yeah, so Alchemist did that album. He did Haram this year with Arm & Hammer. Like I said, Bo Jackson, Bodie James just dropped his album with Alchemist. And I feel like I'm forgetting something, but Alchemist has been on a run too.
Been spazzing, bro.
Salute to him because he's out here doing a lot of shit. And he's been a mastermind since since he's been working with Eminem and he's been doing shady stuff. He's been a mastermind ever since then. So salute to the legendary Alchemist.
Yes, man, salute.
But what other albums have been?
Let's see what other projects. I think I got some on my phone. The Plugs I Met Too, that was great. That came out this year. What else dropped? The Off Season Cold that dropped. That Sky Zoo still in rotation.
Oh yeah.
Who else? At Lloyd Banks. That's another album that's came out this year that's still in rotation. The Tyler the Creator album we was talking about. That's in rotation still. How are y'all feeling about the House is Burning by Isaiah Rashad album? I like it. It's not his best lyrically, but it's still good to me. Like how did y'all feel about
I'm gonna need to get another rundown through it because I listened to it at work at the first time, but I need to I just want to sit down and just listen to it because like I said, I can't give you too much on it right now, but once that second playthrough go, then like I said, I can probably give you my intake on it. But like I said, he was on there doing his lyrical shit. Like I was liking that. Like I feel like to me I feel funny about it because I feel like if you're real high, like you get real fucking high and listen to it, you be chill as fuck. Like that album is real cool to get high to, bro.
Yeah, it's a mood. It's a mood album, I would probably say. Yeah,
and that's what I enjoy. I enjoy albums like that where it's like a mood where like it just puts you in a mood. Like man, it's a calm ass mood. The music good. Man,
it's definitely a vibe type album. Like you just play the whole album and just kind of vibe. But not to tell what you think. Did you think it was like how do you feel about the House is Burning album?
The more and more I listen to it, the more I like it. It is an album that you can just cut on and vibe to. I listened to it quite a few times now, and it grows on me. It grows on me more and more every time I listen to it. I'm a bigger fan of Sylvia Demo, and
that's his best project to me.
The
Sun's Tirade is hard. Yeah, that album is hard too. The Sun's Tirade.
Yeah, the Sun's Tirade. I think what's interesting about The House is Burning though is you really have to kind of get into the backstory of what all went into him making this album. He went through depression and all that type of stuff. He was at a low point. And I think once you kind of understand where he was coming from whenever he made this album, I think it just makes it that much better. But that I think the headshots for the locals That's one of Isaiah Rashad's best records. That's one of the best records that he's ever recorded in his entire career.
Yeah.
Him and SZA, they always make gold together.
They need to drop an album.
Yes. I was just about to say that. They need to drop a whole project together because every song that Isaiah Rashad and SZA have together is gold. It's all of them.
Magic, bro.
West Savannah, Stuck in the Mud, they're all golden. What else? The record with Lil Uzi, I was kind of
It was all right.
I watched the Breakfast Club interview that he did where he kind of explained how that song came together, and he literally was just like, I kind of freestyled the part where he's like the first part when the song comes on, and he was just kind of like, his mom was helping him kind of put that song together, and his mom liked it the way that it was. And he said that he didn't really like it, but he just kept it because his mom liked it. He was like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to just keep it the way it is. So I thought that was interesting. Rest in Peace, Young. I had to listen to that song because when the album first came out, that song was trending everywhere. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna need to listen to this song because I need to know like what the fuck people are talking about. But yeah, it's a dope album. It's gonna grow on me the more and more I listen to it. It's gonna grow on me.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's definitely growing on me for sure. It's just so much music, man. Like,
yeah,
it's like I'm still catching up.
Endless right now.
I'm still catching up, bro. I'm still catching up.
Like when I be talking to y'all be telling me about like older generation rappers. I've been going back listening to like the older people. Because like I said, when we had that conversation about Black Thought, and Timothy was talking about Pharoah Monch.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
I was like, you know what? I need to go do my homework some more because, like I said, Timothy has an ear that I'm not listening to, and I need to go see what's on his wavelength.
So wait, because Tim said, what were we talking about? Oh, we was talking about Black Thought, Pharaoh. We was talking about Ghostface, and the conversation was
Justin, he asked me the question.
Who was like the better? I think you were saying who was a better storyteller.
Well, no, Justin. So Justin asked me the question. He said, "Who could go bar for bar with Black Thought?" That was the first question.
With Black Thought.
Like, if y'all,
Who could go bar for bar with him?
If y'all could choose any rapper, who would y'all put up?
It probably would be Pharaoh. It probably would be Pharaoh or Then Ghostface probably could too. I won't even lie. Ghostface is nice, bro. And I think Tim might be right on the storytelling part because I was like, not saying Black Thought isn't a great storyteller because he can tell stories. It's just he hasn't displayed it as much as Ghostface, but Ghostface is the king of this storytelling, like rap. Like Ghostface is literally a goat. He's a goat.
There's a lot of great storytellers in hip hop, but the only other person that I think can kind of tell stories like Ghostface is Scarface, and that's why I have Scarface on every single one of my lists because Scarface is one of the greatest storytellers.
Scarface is great.
I'm putting him right after Ghostface, but no. To basically
where would you put Biggie
as far as storytelling?
Yeah,
let's see.
I would say he's at least in the top 10.
Yeah, he's definitely a top 10 storyteller, but I don't think I'm putting Biggie over Nas. I don't think I'm gonna put Biggie over Nas.
Oh no.
Not over Nas as a storyteller.
No, I'm not putting Biggie over Nas.
I'm not putting him over
or Ghostface.
I'm not putting him over Ghostface.
No.
And I don't even know if I want to put Biggie over Scarface, to be honest. I love Biggie, but
no, I think you might be right. I think
the thing about Scarface, because remember when me and you and Shaq were talking about that record, I Never Seen a Man Cry.
Man,
Scarface is the only person that you can listen to a record by him and him telling stories, and he will make you cry. Like Scarface will literally make you cry because you can feel what it is that he's talking about. Even if you've never been through it, you could feel it.
Yep.
You know what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
you're walking with him. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think I had posted one time on my Facebook, like Scarface just has that voice. Like I feel like God is talking to me when I'm listening to Scarface.
His voice is amazing, bro.
Yes, bro. Like he's one of those rappers that has one of the perfect like rap voices. Like he sounds like he's preaching.
That's another thing in hip hop we don't talk about enough either. the voice, like the actual voice of the person, bro. Like,
yeah,
it's something about the voice. Like when you can when your voice says something on a record, and it just you're like, yeah, I can feel this even more just off your voice.
Yeah, I agree. But as far as like Black Thought goes, what I was basically trying to say, Justin, is like with me, I love listening to rappers who spit bars. You know what I'm saying? I love bars. I love like the rappity rap shit. But whenever I listen to rap, I'm really listening for concepts. I'm listening to how you put your bars together. I'm listening to technicality. I'm listening to different flows. There's plenty of rappers that just rappity rap, but their albums are trash. There's plenty of rappers that are like that. And I'm not saying that about Black Thought, but for me, when I listen to Black Thought, I'm more so talking about like his solo projects, because again, like with Black Thought, you have Black Thought and then you have the Roots. And the Roots, they've been around since like 92.
Yep.
So if you go listen to the Roots albums, that's more so Black Thought doing the storytelling thing. If you listen to
that's his more conceptual albums.
Yeah, that's his more conceptual albums. But when you listen to his solo albums, and again, this is no offense to Black Thought. Black Thought is one of the greatest lyricists, one of the greatest rappers of all time. I'm not going to argue if somebody says he is the greatest rapper. But the problem with me is that his solo albums, they didn't really have high replay value for me. Like the album that came out last year, I didn't have it on my top 10. I didn't have it on my top 10 albums. And if you look at all the albums that I had on my top 10 last year, it was all conceptual shit. It was Sky Zoo releasing an album about Black fathers. It was Blue in Exile. I don't know if y'all ever listened to Blue, but Blue in Exile released an album called Miles, where they were doing a play off of Miles Davis. Miles Davis.
Miles Davis. The jazz trumpet musician.
Yes. So he made so the album is called Miles, and basically he's rapping over a lot of like jazz, like a lot of soulful stuff. And then
Miles Davis is a GOAT, like, man.
Yeah. So like
y'all gotta watch documentaries on that guy. It was, man, that guy was
100%. So for me, my ear when I'm listening to rap, it's a little bit different. I'm listening to like references and just a bunch of different shit. Like for example, Ransom last year had a record, and he made my top 10 list last year. Actually, he made my top 5. But he has a song called I Am Legend. And basically in the song, he's talking about like, you know, what if this never happened? What if Will Smith never did this and became a legend? What if, you know, so and so, like, what if? And he had
taking something away by still saying that they would still, or would they be a legend if this was taken away? Like, if this wasn't there?
Right.
Okay, that's pretty deep.
Right. And in the song, he has a line where he said, what if that skinny nigga from Marcy never made it? Skinny nigga from Marcy. Jay-Z, Marcy, Brooklyn, Jay-Z. Yep. What if that skinny nigga from Marcy never made it? So that's the type of shit that I'm listening to. The type of shit that the regular rap fan won't pick up on. That's the type of
concept. Literally like a not bars, but just not complete, just bars, like
content.
Just a whole thought process behind, like you just said, like content. Content, concepts, like a whole like movie. In a sense, like
and so that's why I'm saying, like, when I think of Black Thought, like, yes, he's a great fucking amazing lyricist. Like the shit that he be saying is shit that a lot of people can't say. But when I say that Ghostface can rap with him, Ghostface can spit like that, and he could tell stories. Yep. When I'm saying Elzhi can do that, Elzhi, like, I don't know if you've ever deep dive into Elzhi's catalog, Justin. But almost on every single Elzhi album, he has a song where he does like an acronym. He's breaking down the acronym. Like on the Preface album, he has a song called Demons, and he's breaking down like D is for whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he's breaking down the word. And on the last album that he came out last year, he had the acronym GOD, where he's breaking down the word GOD. Like what do you worship? Do you worship gold, oil, and diamonds? GOD. That's going against God. So like rappers that do shit. Exactly.
That's a bar.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a bar.
And he does that. He has a song like that on pretty much every album. Like he did one for Demons. He did one for God. He did one for Friends. Friends on the Jericho Jackson project, where he said a friend is a fake rival, something. It was something crazy. He broke it down. It was something fucking crazy. But MCs who do stuff like that, or when Nas made Rewind or I Gave You Power, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm listening to. That's why I'm saying, like, not saying that Black Thought can't do any of that. I'm just saying that I don't know, man. Like Ghost, yeah, he's gonna show more proof. He's gonna have to prove it, because like from what I've seen from him, like his the Roots albums are dope. Like the Undone album is one of the greatest albums I've ever heard. Like that, the way he told that story backwards, that album is a classic. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. That album is a classic. But Ghostface has 10 plus albums of top-notch storytelling that he's done every which way possible. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to step it up if you want to tell stories like Ghostface. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's facts. That's
facts. Even Elzhi with the acronyms. Like rappers don't really do the acronym thing. I don't know if any rapper has been able to do an acronym song like how
I think that's his thing. Like I think he owns that lane of rap, like breaking down acronyms like that. Because I don't think that many rappers break down acronyms like that. Exactly. Like there's Cream by like Wu-Tang, but that's one acronym, and then there's Snitch by Pusha T. But I noticed Elzhi does do that more like as his thing. Like
yeah. And even with Pharoah Monch, like just
another goat.
Yeah, man. Like, and the thing about Pharoah Monch too is like when you really get into his catalog, he's one of those guys that's just like Scarface and Ghostface, where they don't have any bad albums. Like Pharoah Monch has no bad albums.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't
at all.
He doesn't.
But I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at anybody who says Black Thought's the GOAT. I'm not mad at anybody who says
that's the GOAT to me. It's like I said, I wouldn't argue somebody said Ghostface was the GOAT, Nas is the GOAT, Andre 3000 is the GOAT. Like if they said Lupe was the GOAT, like I wouldn't turn that down. I wouldn't deny it, because Lupe got great storytelling. He can rap. He can do mural stuff, and then he can do a whole story. Like because mural is just him rapping, snapping like on some Black Thought type stuff, and then he got millions of storytelling songs.
I think it all just. The beautiful thing about music is, like we said, it's subjective.
It's subjective, yeah. Whatever you want to hear. If you want to just hear rapidy rap, niggas spitting bars, and then, or if you want to just hear stories, I mean, there's a lane. Like we said, there's subgenres of hip hop, and it's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of genres.
That's what I like about rap, because rap is like you making your own book, like your own vocal book. And then you just let somebody else read it through your words, through your soul. Gotta love it, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Or you could be on some 5% knowledge, like on some J Electronica, Wu-Tang, or you just want to spit knowledge all day. Like, and I like that. That's like some of my favorite type of hip hop. That like knowledge 5% talk. I like that. Like I love that. That speaks to me. Like the knowledge talk.
Peace, God.
Yeah, I love, like when J Electronica is rapping, I'll be like, this is what hip hop is. Knowledge. When I hear knowledge,
it's like when you listen to J Electronica, it's like you kind of listen to a Bible. Like
he's in a spiritual realm.
He's giving out a story like in the Bible. Like,
some rappers, yeah. He's in the spiritual realm that some rap, because you'll hear some Bible references and there's some Quran references, and you'll be like, oh, and then he'll throw in some stuff about the pyramids and the gods. I'll be like Black people built the pyramid. Like he'll just throw in some like just black talk, Black knowledge, 5%. And I love hearing that too. That sounds so dope to me. Just when rappers just be spitting knowledge on some J Electronica stuff. We're like, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's why J Electronica. That's why they said that he's one of the last few rappers that's doing that golden age rapping shit that he does, and that's why he's a big fan of Wu-Tang, because that 5% talk comes from them. But yeah, it just depends on what you want to hear. If you're somebody that likes conscious rap, listen to that. If you just want to hear rappers just spitting bars and bars and bars and bars, that's fine. Or if you want conceptual shit, you know, that's for you.
Well, coke rap, you know, I like coke rap, like trap rap type stuff, but not trapping in as far as cadence. I'm talking about trapping as far as content, like, you know, Benny the Butcher and all of them. They trap. Their music is trap, but it ain't the other type of trap. They think, because some people, they hear trap music and they think of like the cadence of like Future and like, but like the lyrical content in like Pusha T and Benny the Butcher and all of them, that category of rap is so dope to me too.
I categorize that as street music, like Jadakiss.
Like street hip hop.
Early Nas, Mobb Deep, Cool G Rap. That's the music that I like. I like that type of music.
I love that too. I like that hip hop, and I like that like Knowledge, 5%, like, you know, like Wu-Tang, like that type of hip hop is probably like in my favorite.
I think like that's why I like Wu-Tang a lot, because they're a mixture of the Knowledge plus the
street. They mingle them together. That street hip hop with that's why Wu-Tang is so like, how y'all mix both of those worlds together? That's insane. The Knowledge in the street talk, Supreme Clientele was that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Only built for
Oh yeah, oh my God. And then that album. How y'all talk about drugs and then at the same time the Knowledge? Like, that's insane.
Listen,
to have both of those worlds and intermingle them, like, and put them together, like,
only Raekwon can have a song called Glaciers of Ice. He's not talking about ice. He's talking about cocaine. Yeah. Mountains of cocaine, bro. How you have a song called Glaciers of Ice? The fuck?
That's a dope play on words. That's insane.
Word play out the ass right there, boy.
Yeah, man.
And like you over here, look, I'm pretty sure when that album first came out, you first saw Glacier. Nigga, I don't want to talk about no iceberg, nigga. You listen to it, boy, you hear number cocaine. This nigga spitting. He's talking about that cocaine, baby. Like I said, I know I can relate to him. I was like, oh man. But that's what I like. Like I said, it's like you're not gonna know what you get until you listen to it. Mm-hmm. And then you might sit there and think twice, like, yeah, it's not something I don't think I'm gonna get into until you listen to it. I always tell people, you can't say a rapper is bad if you ain't gave him a chance or you actually heard their music. Like, a lot of people be talking about radio music. Like, you listen to the wrong stuff. That's probably some throwaways. They just getting their music out there. Go listen to their album. Go see what they really be talking about. That's you gotta give them a chance.
I give people a chance, bro. Like, if I don't like something, it's because I actually listened to it. I didn't listen to one song. I don't go off of one song by not liking somebody. I'd just be like, hey, that music is not for me. But I at least try to give people a whole project a listen. At least. And if I'm not feeling it, I'm just not feeling it.
Like my homeboy, he did not listen to Kendrick Lamar. And I told him, I said, bro, go to Good Kid, Mad City, and you'll probably change your mind. Don't listen to that Swimming Pool. Don't listen to what's that song y'all on the radio? Don't Kill My Vibe. Don't listen to
the mainstream joints. Listen to the stuff that's outside of what the radio.
He came back to me next week and he said, bro, you put me on some shit. I said, I said Kendrick don't bullshit, bro. That shit he dropped on the radio is just for the radio. That shit he got on his album is content.
Yeah, I feel like radio pushes like certain songs, and it makes it where it makes the person tired or not want to listen to a person because they play a certain song so much. So they kind of want to like throw that person to the side and be like, they playing this song a lot, so I'm not really into this person. I mean, but you got to listen to the album and then see how the album sounds. But I think the radio is to blame for a little bit of that, just in the sense of like they know how to overplay a person's song, so it gets them kind of almost not in the mood to listen to that person's album. So, but that's why I don't even play the radio. So I just play whatever I like. So
yeah, I agree.
But yeah,
I agree with it. I think the radio definitely does have an agenda. And I think that the streaming culture has also played a part in that. People don't listen to full albums anymore, so people don't even know what an artist is actually capable of. Because this is why I say all the time here on the podcast, I listen to full albums because I want to hear the B-sides. The B-sides, that's where all the greatness is the B-sides. You're not gonna hear it. You're not gonna hear it in the singles, the songs that are being put and curated on playlists. You're not gonna get the best of somebody from that. So, I mean, it's a different time now. People don't listen to albums anymore. It's sad, but
because all you're getting is like the hit and like the songs that sound like hits. If you just doing nothing but playlists, but the B-side is where it's really at. That's where you actually getting the real stories, the real concepts, the real. I don't know. You're getting they painting a picture. Like you're getting everything, but you just going off of what the radio gives you. Like you just like you're gonna have just a playlist full of just hit songs, like just because it just sounds good because it got a dope beat or whatever, but you don't even really know the artistry. You're just going off the hit.
Yeah, but that's what kills it, man.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad.
Oh, I was saying that's what kills it for a lot of people because, like, I don't know why, but sometimes I get judged by who I listen to. I be like, do you even understand the simple fact that why I listen to them? And then they were like, no. I was like, how many songs you heard from them? He'd be like 2 or 3. And I said, I bet you them 3
that's
are
not enough
on the radio.
songs.
I bet you them songs are probably on the radio. And when he started naming, I said, yeah, radio. I said, go to his album, then you see what I'm talking about, bro. You're not gonna
they listening at a surface level. That's why.
Yeah, like you got to be open eared to albums or their music, other than the radios, bro. I mean, it's crazy, man. I have debates about almost every day about music, and I'm like, yeah, y'all not gonna understand where it's coming from.
Yeah,
like I said, I can see why. I used to get looked at when I say I listen to Common. It's like, why you listen to Common? I said you're gonna have to listen to them to understand.
Common is great.
I can't explain them to you, but you're gonna have to listen to them to understand why I listen to them, because that's the kind of rap I like. I don't like when you want to talk about guns, whose bitch you stole, whose car you done rented. I don't give a fuck about that. Motherfucker, talk about that shit you do. Talk about the streets of what's going on in Chicago and all that stuff. Like, man.
Give the good and the bad side.
Give the good and the bad side, just like you said.
But yeah.
So would y'all say that y'all are more so fans of conscious rap? Like, is that where y'all are at?
I put the knowledge like the 5%. I feel like that's really conscious rap, honestly.
Yeah.
I would say that's probably my favorite type of rap, because I think that's why I like Andre 3000 so much, and I like Mos Def a lot, and Nas, and Common. I think that's why I like Black Thought a lot too, because Black Thought, to me, Black Thought checks all I would say all of the boxes. Maybe he doesn't check a box more so in one category than another rapper does. Like, he doesn't check probably the storytelling like box as big as like a Ghostface, but Black Thought can freestyle. He has double entendres, triple entendres, quotables, vocabulary, voice. Like he fits like all the boxes as like a complete MC, I would say. So, but I would say he's still in the I would still say he's in the conscious side, and I think that's why I like Lupe too, because Lupe was like that one conscious rapper. Kind of, I feel like when nobody was kind of doing it, well, people were still doing it, but it was like mainstream and kind of underground. He was like on both sides in a sense. But I would probably say, yeah, conscious rap is probably my favorite. Conscious rap and like street rap. Like, yeah, I would say conscious rap and like street rap, like Benny and like, Griselda.
I put street rap up there with it, but like me, I love it. I love storytelling. Like, I like to feel like I'm in the story with you, and I'm kind of living it out with you. Like, hey, when it hits you, and you can feel that shit, you be like, yeah, you're like, yeah, this is where it's at for me. And then, like I said, street rap, conscious rap, like that's my top part. That's what I grew up to. Like,
and then I like the niggas like the niggas from like Slaughterhouse. They just be like rapidy rapping, like lyrical miracle, like Crooked Eye, like you can tell he a street nigga, but at the same time he on some like witty mixed with the street. Like, I like that. I like the witty street niggas. Like, I like the niggas that's like they street, but they like highly intelligent, like on the other side. Like they like intelligent in the street life, and then they intelligent like even in the books. Like even like when you hear them rap, you're like, oh, these niggas like read. Like these like street niggas that read. Like, but yeah, what would you say is your category of like just top hip hop, or do you not have a category?
I'm street music I have street music above everything. And I think
above like conscious rap, you would put
I'm putting street music above conscious rap because I like that. I think a lot of people like to criticize and say that, you know, street rappers that talk about guns coming from the streets, being in the projects, seeing people get killed and all that kind of stuff is negative. But I look at it as Jadakiss is just telling his story of what he saw whenever he was growing up.
Yeah, he's telling his reality.
DMX was just telling his story. Jay-Z was just telling his story. Nas was telling his story. They're just teling their story. So to me, it's
their reality.
Yeah.
It is.
But in a sense, that's conscious.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. Like that's different from like
I would say that it's conscious, but when I'm saying street rap, I like more of like gun bars. I like gun bars. I like hearing rappers talk about cocaine and I'm gonna rob you. That's the type of shit that I like to hear. Like that's my number one. Because to me, all of the greatest MCs, they did that. Jay did it. G-Rap did it. Nas did it. Like Nas is just like Wu-Tang, and Wu-Tang too. Like they intertwined the two. Like they're both street and they're both conscious, but it's more like Wu-Tang is more street than they are conscious to me. Anyway, like more of their content is street shit, and that's the shit that I want to hear. So to me, it's the street shit first because of them telling their stories and what they saw, and then the conscious comes like right after that. And when I say conscious, I'm more so talking about like trying to be deep and trying to talk about just the world and how the world is ill and it's been affected and all that kind of. So to me, that's what I think of when I think of conscious. So I'm putting the street talk above it. But that's just me though. I'm just speaking for me. I'm doing the street stuff.
I think for me, it's the conscious then the street. Like for me, I think it's the other way. I think it's like like conscious then street. Like I think it's like the world surrounding me. I want to know, or I'm explaining, but just kind of like in a deeper meaning type of thing. But street is right after that. To me, those are the best two subgenres of hip hop.
Yeah,
like to me.
Yeah, like if we're talking street music, I'm talking like the Locks. Like they are probably the best hardcore group. 50 Cent was a hardcore street rapper. We're talking DMX. We're talking Mobb Deep. Like that's the type of music that's in my playlist or in my like headphones every day. Like I'm listening to that music every day. I listen to conscious rap every day, but it's not as much as I'm listening to that shit. Like I'm listening to Jay-Z more than I listen to Nas. So I mean, it's just like that's just where it's at with me, man. I like hearing people's stories from growing up in the streets. That's just what I like to hear. I like hearing that.
That facts.
I'm here for it. I like it. Those are my two favorite subgenres of hip hop, I would say too. Yeah, but that's the crazy part. And you know what's so funny about that? I was watching an interview of Black Thought, and you know, Black Thought talk about a lot of conscious things, but Black Thought is a street nigga. Like this nigga, he talk about the streets, but not a lot. But this nigga is really from the streets. This nigga's from Philly. Like this nigga's a hardcore nigga that chooses to talk about conscious stuff. And to me, when you got a mind like that, that's a different type of nigga. That's almost a more dangerous nigga, honestly, if you think about it. It's like, nigga, because if his street side snap, nigga, everybody's going down, bro. Like Black Thought is different. Black Thought is different.
Yeah, I agree.
Hence the term Black Thought.
Yeah, you just gotta find whatever it is that you relate to, or even if you don't relate to it, I mean that's fine too. Because I can't necessarily say that I relate to street music because I don't come from that life. But that's just the stories that I like to hear. But going back to the content thing, I think I had mentioned Pharoah Monch being the best technical rapper, and that was my problem with Eminem. Is I feel like Eminem now, he's just trying to prove that he can rap, and we already know that he can rap. So that's why I had mentioned the last episode when we recorded, I was saying that I want to hear his version of 444 because I know that he has content left in him. I already know that he can rap. He's one of the greatest MCs of all time, but it's just like, I don't just want to hear you switch your flow and rap with double entendres and bars, like talk about something, say something. You know what I'm saying? Like I already know.
Say something with a meaning.
Yeah, I already know that you can do that. So for me, that's why like I'm kind of tired of Eminem, like right now, to be honest. I think he should just.
There's no concept. It's just rapping.
Yeah.
It's no concept about what he's rapping about.
What made what? How do y'all feel that made him turn that way? Like what he's doing now? Like from
he's always been technical.
He stopped doing drugs.
And that, no, I'm serious. Everybody really does like the drug Eminem better because drug Eminem was really actually still telling stories. Like,
yeah, I know y'all are laughing, but I'm being serious. He stopped doing drugs.
No, that's for real. Even Marshall Mathers LP, like he was telling stories. Like Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, like he was telling. It was storytelling. He'll have those songs here and there every so often where he just was rapping, but then it's like later into his career, he just started rapping. Like I can see why people are getting tired of Eminem though. Like Eminem is one of the greatest. But yeah, he gotta drop an album a concept album. I feel like he got it, like you said, I feel like he got it in him. He just at this point, I just feel like he's just trying to prove that he can rap. Because I feel like once you start getting that like hard into your career where you just I don't know. I feel like you can have a decline in your career or you can start like, tampering with your legacy in a sense. If you're giving too many albums that's just like, all right, you just really just rapping, just rhyming, honestly. Like, but there's like no meaning behind the rhyming.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
What else? What other albums are in y'all's playlist? Because I got a bunch. I got.
Dude, just name off albums. It's probably albums that you listen to that I still haven't listened to yet. I just say just name off albums.
Yeah.
I know, Justin. I know you had mentioned Flea Lord to me one time.
Yeah, I was listening to that Conway, Flea Lord, and Lloyd Banks song, and then Flea Lord just went in. I said, you know what? Let me go check this man out. I forgot what album it was, and I can't remember what it was, but I listened to it. I was like, yeah, I can get in the Flea Lord. Is he part of Griselda or any of them people? Or is he just like affiliate, like just an affiliation with them?
So yeah, I would say he's more like an affiliate. He does a lot of music with them, but there's a few of them guys that are like kind of affiliated with Griselda, like El Camino, Shay Noor, Flea Lord, Ito, like they all do a lot of music with Griselda, and I think that's why I'm telling y'all, like street music is my shit, because that's what I'm really into. And yeah. Flea Lord is that. But the reason why I brought him up is because he dropped the album this year with DJ Muggs, and it's called, I'm gonna try to pronounce this. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've been listening to it, but I don't know how to pronounce the name. It's Ramozy. I don't know what that means, but that shit's been on heavy replay, and he just recently dropped the album, and I already bought it. He just recently dropped the album with Rock Marciano, where Rock Marciano produced all the songs, and he has Conway is on there. I think Benny has a feature on there, so that's gonna be the next album that I listen to. West Side Gun just dropped Hitler Wears Hermes 8.
I need to listen to that.
I think that's the last one that he's doing, the Hitler Wears Hermes series. I think that's gonna be the last one. He has a Wayne feature on there. He has Stove God Cooks on like 5 songs. Boldy James, Rome Streets, Conway, Makami. So I definitely need to check that out. Speaking of Makami, his album Pray for Haiti, one of the best albums of the year.
I need to put that in my list.
Easily one of the best albums of the year. Makami, Pray for Haiti. He's also a Griselda affiliate. He's done a lot of stuff with Griselda. So y'all should definitely check that out. Of course, I told y'all about Grip. Grip just dropped his first album with Shady. I still gotta listen to that. So we gotta check that out.
Yeah, man. Just name off album, bro. I don't feel like I've listened to nearly as much music as you listen to this year.
I've been trying to keep up with everything. Let me get my iPod real quick. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, man. Name off albums. It's a lot of music, bro.
Wow, bro. Like so, I've been trying to keep up as much as I can. Like I've been looking like most of the time I get on Instagram. That's how I be seeing who drops stuff. Like is it Rick Hyde? He dropped plates too, and all because Benny was putting that sucker all over Instagram. I was like, you check this out. Benny got a good ear for music, and Timothy was telling me he was part of the BSF. He's part of BSF, and I was like, okay, you know what? I gave it a listen to, and I like, I was liking it. Like, they got good content on their end, quality and content on their stuff when it comes to, BSF, Griselda affiliates. And it may not seem like something people listen to, but I would say people should listen to them. If it's not your cup of tea, no, you just scooted it to the left. But man, I've been satisfied with music, especially with their music.
Oh yeah. I'm listening to all the people that have been on Griselda albums. Like I had found out about RJ Payne from the first plugs I met from Benny. So I went and I checked out his shit, and yeah, everybody that does stuff with Griselda, they're all dope, all of them.
Yeah.
But no, so I'm gonna just start listing off albums. I already mentioned Boldy James, Bo Jackson, with The Alchemist. Rome Streets, who y'all should check out. He did a project with DJ Muggs that came out in the beginning of the year. I'm trying to find. It's called Death and the Magician. Y'all should.
Oh, I think I saw that. I need to listen to that project.
That was the one that Fidel had told us to listen to. He told us to check that one out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that's a dope album. We got, of course, Jim Jones with the Fraud Department. That's still on repeat. You know who snuck an album in? Talib Kweli. He dropped a project called Gotham.
Oh yeah. I didn't ever listen to his project. I need to listen.
It's dope. Sky Zoo's on it. Busta Rhymes is on it. It's a dope.
Oh snap!
And it's 10 songs. Perfect for me.
Nice.
So I've been listening to that. Locksmith.
Locksmith is nice.
Tim, what you think about Dave East's album with the Alchemist? He dropped one too.
I need to check that. Are you talking about the it's the one that just recently came out, right?
Yeah.
What's the name of it? Fuck. I definitely hit play on like the first record and I was like, this shit is actually dope. I need to sit down and I need to listen to the whole album. It's called Hoffa, right? You talking about Hoffa?
Oh, I think I heard of that.
And actually that's Dave East and Harry Fraud.
Okay. I thought it was
so
Harry too. Yeah, Harry too.
Harry Fraud's out here killing shit, but yeah, that's definitely on my list of albums and I need to check out. The first record that I listened to sounded really, really good. Benny dropped another album. Well, it's like an EP, Pyrex Picasso. I still haven't been able to hit play on that yet. Still haven't checked that out yet. Styles P, Ghosting. That's a dope album.
I still got to listen to that Styles P joint.
And I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Styles P, he drops albums every year. He drops albums every single year. And every single year he drops an album, it's great.
Man.
Sky Zoo, that you already know Sky Zoo's going on my top 5 albums of the year. I don't even need to say
that anything. Album is so great, bro.
I don't even need to say nothing else about that. Sky Zoo's catalog is fucking incredible. Shout out to Sky Zoo. Shout out to Sky Zoo. What else? Ransom, Heavy as the Head. Goddamn.
I like that. I like that last one he dropped before that one, man. With the 17. Yes, that shit go hard, boy. That shit went too hard.
Ransom is really killing shit right now, man. And he said that he's just getting started. He's probably gonna drop at least 3 or 4 more before the year's over with.
That's insane.
Brother Ali just dropped some shit.
Oh man.
The other day, and it's like verses that he recorded while on tour and shit, like unheard verses and shit. I downloaded that, so I'm gonna have to check that out. That one guy that I sent y'all, Vakil, y'all really need to check him out.
Oh, okay.
Y'all
can definitely
really,
check that out.
Y'all really need to listen to him because he's next up, and he's out of Chicago, which is crazy.
Oh yeah.
Chicago rap boy. Hey.
What else has dropped? Evidence. I don't know if y'all listen to Evidence or not. He's one of the group members from Dilated Peoples. I don't know if y'all remember that group, Dilated Peoples.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yep, I remember that.
He went solo and he's been lyrically killing shit. He dropped an album called Unlearning Volume 1 this year. That album, right as of right now, it's on my top 10 right now. So that's been on repeat. Of course, RJ Payne. I've been listening to his ass. What else?
Well, that iPod is probably full right now, boy.
Yeah,
all the music you got, man.
Yeah, I need to buy a new iPod. I lost mine.
Yeah, my shit.
A couple years ago.
My shit's about to break, so I'm gonna have to buy me a new one too. Of course, Pharoah Monch, Magnificent Day for an Exorcism. That's to me.
Oh yeah, that album's so great. I love that album.
That's the best album of the year to me so far. That's number 1 on my list.
That's a great album.
Arm & Hammer, Haram with Alchemist. That album is right after that. Like right now, my top 3 albums are Pharoah Monch, Arm & Hammer, and Skyzoo. Those are the top 3 albums of the year so far to me.
Yep. Skyzoo and the Pharoah Monch joint are in my top 5 for sure. I haven't listened to Arm & Hammer. I'm gonna listen to that joint.
Oh yeah, Locksmith. So Locksmith dropped an album called The Lock Sessions Volume 2. I have it on my iPod. I have not hit play, and it's been sitting on here for about a month now. I just haven't listened to it yet. So I need to hit play on that. But the track list looks crazy. He has Exhibit, Razkaz, and Crooked Eye on one song together.
Oh man.
He has Atmosphere. This track list is crazy. So I'm gonna have to hit play on that. And then as far as like the mainstream, Lil Baby and Lil Durk, I've been playing that shit. That album is dope. Moneybag Yo is
Moneybag Yo be going off. I ain't gonna even cap.
Yeah.
Moneybag Yo is actually got good music.
I remember I used to give people hell about Moneybag, and then I heard this last album. I was like, yo, I take everything back that I said about this dude.
Yeah, Moneybag Yo he got good music.
Yeah, Moneybag Yo, his shit's dope. Tyler the Creator, like we mentioned, his shit's been on repeat. R&B album, Snow Allegra. Y'all already know how I feel about Snow Allegra.
Yeah, I love her, man.
Yes, sir.
I love her.
Georgia Smith dropped a fire EP. Eric Bellinger. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot
of music, and we ain't even done. The year ain't even over, man. We probably gonna, because I know we gonna talk about on another episode like 2021 albums. Shoot, so far it's still a bunch of music I got to catch up on this year. So
yeah, it's a lot to catch up on.
It's a lot of music. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, because you got to realize, Talori and me and you, we listen to the old school stuff and we try to keep up with the new stuff too.
Yeah, so it's hard, bro.
It's hard keeping up with all this new music coming out because I still got to educate myself on I'm educating myself every day on where hip hop started from. I'm learning new artists and all that every day. So I'm trying to stay up on everything. But yeah, man,
it's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm happy. I'm happy with this year. Ka. You remember I mentioned Ka last year.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Y'all listen. When we talk about concepts and shit like that, we talk about artists who put out projects that's like concepts and shit. I recommend y'all to, not the average listener, because he's not somebody that I would recommend the average hip hop listener to listen to, because he's very, very monotone and it can be hard for somebody to get into this music. But if you're somebody who's like us, we like concepts, we like stories, we like bars, we like all of that, Ka is. I recommend both of y'all to go listen to Ka. Like, get into his catalog. Because I remember last year I was telling you he had this album that released called Descendants of Cain, and that made my top.
Oh yeah.
That made my top 5 last year. That made my top 5 albums last year, and it's basically an album where he's talking about all of the shit that he had to see on the streets, drug dealing and growing up in a family of drug dealers and shit like that. But he's using like biblical terminology, like Descendants of Cain.
That's crazy.
That's insane. And then he released this album called Orpheus versus the Sirens back in 2018, and it's the same thing, but he's using Greek mythology.
Greek mythology. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
And y'all know how much I love Greek mythology. That album, if y'all want to start anywhere with Ka's catalog, start with that album, Orpheus versus the Sirens. Go listen to that album. That is one of the most brilliant, intricate, and well put together albums that I've ever heard from any rapper.
Bro, mixing Greek mythology with hip hop with biblical, bro, that's insane. That's oh God, like
I find that hard to do. Like that.
Like, fam, do you understand how much like reading and like, bro, that's insane, bro.
And that's what I was saying whenever I was sending y'all text messages in the group chat. That's the type of rap that speaks to me. Though, like when you have rappers that can do shit like that, make Mural, make Rewind. Those are different kind of rappers. Those are different kind of rappers, man.
It's not even rapping no more. It's just God level art. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just on wax. God level art on wax. Dang, that was kind of, yeah. God level art on wax.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I definitely encourage y'all to go listen. But no, the reason why I brought him up is because he dropped the album a couple of weeks ago, and I'm gonna tell y'all the title. I have it on here. I haven't hit play on it yet because Ka, he's one of those MCs that before I listen to his album, I have to get myself prepared. Because he's kind of like Lupe. Like, he's that dope of a lyricist that you have to prepare yourself for what you're about to listen to. So I haven't hit play on it yet. It's on my iPod, and I'm gonna listen to it. It's called A Martyr's Reward. It literally just came out like 2 weeks ago, so it's still new. And Ka, he's not a Griselda affiliate, but he's done a lot of stuff with Griselda. He's done a lot of stuff with Rock Marciano, so he's makes that same type of music. It's that street shit, but it's more like poetry. Like he spits it like a poet. So that album is called A Martyr's Reward. I definitely recommend y'all to go check that album out. I still need to listen to it myself. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Real Late, Peter Rosenberg. I still listen to that.
I need to listen to that project.
Yeah, it's a lot of dope shit on that. The Horseman album. I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed, but I'm disappointed with that album because I feel like Razzcast, Cannabis, Killer Priest, and Corrupt, if they would have did that album back when we wanted it, when they were in their prime, it would have been a lot better. Because all of them, they're way past their prime. So I mean, it's still a dope project, but it would have been better if they would have released it in their prime.
Yeah.
So other than that, I'm trying to find out. Let me see if I can see what other R&B shit came out this year.
Yeah, man, so much music, bro.
Lloyd Banks has been heavy on repeat for me too. I've been listening to the Lloyd Banks album every day. King's Disease, I've been listening to that pretty much every day.
I think Lloyd Banks is probably the best in G Unit. He's always been my favorite.
Yeah.
Like I said, 50 Cent had the hype. Lloyd was just
lyrically for me. It's always been Lloyd for me though. Lyrically.
Yeah, Lloyd Banks.
Look, I still can go over that boy. He said, "What he said? I kid. He set up a GoFundMe and steal it."
Yeah. Set up a GoFundMe and steal it.
You petty for that one, but that shit go hard.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but it's a lot of dope music out there, man. A lot of dope music. Donda. I'm gonna listen to that as soon as I get.
I'm listening to that today.
Yeah,
today.
I'm listening to that.
I just want to hear that God level J Electronica version thing.
I got the speaker ready for that shit. I'm about to blast that all across.
Yeah, man. So salute to J Electronica, man. He had the hardest line that I've heard so far this year with that that damn Ezekiel's will line. If the DOJ confirmed Ezekiel's will, I could change the world like Yakub with 2 pieces of steel. That is the hardest. That's the hardest line that I've heard any rapper say in the past. I'm telling you,
bro, he don't rap. This man is like a philosopher, bro. He's like, Jay Electronica's,
Fam, I need everybody to go look that line up and look at what he was talking about in that line, because that was some ridiculous shit, man. That was some really ridiculous shit. Salute to Jay Electronica. Salute to Kanye for not changing.
I will be meeting Jay Electronica. I'm putting this into the universe. I'm getting my Jay Electronica picture. I'm getting it. I'm shaking hands with this man.
You got to meet the goat, boy. You got to meet the Quran goat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So much music, y'all. So much music.
But yeah, man. I don't know if I have anything else. We got anything else?
I don't know if I got no more talking, bro. I think that covers everything. Right?
The only thing that I'm gonna say before we get out of here is all you rap niggas be prepared, because Kendrick Lamar is about to chop all of y'all's fucking heads off. I'm telling you right now.
Yep.
Drake, that goes for you. J. Cole, that goes for you. Kanye, that goes for you. That goes for all you motherfuckers. Big Sean, everybody.
Yeah. All you niggas.
Look, like
be ready.
Said,
Kendrick season
y'all
coming.
Gotta be ready, bro.
Man.
Like he said on the Heart Part 4. He said, y'all all got so many days to get y'all shit together.
Yep.
Look, we ready for it now, boy.
Yep, I'm ready for it. He want all the smoke. All of it.
That boy Kendrick.
He said he's smoking on top 5, so he want all the smoke.
Smoking on top 5s, and he said, I'm the Elohim. He said, I'm God. He said, I'm God. He said, I'm God.
No, your boy said he's God, the king of New York, the king of the coast. God, what title we not gonna give this man? He's making everybody jump, bro.
This nigga from the West Coast has said
this nigga's making everybody jump.
He said, he said before you talk to God, you gotta come talk to me first, bitch.
He's saying he's Jesus.
And he said, bitch right after that.
Look. You got to talk to Jesus. You got to come to Jesus to get to God. And he's saying he's that person before you get to God. That's crazy.
Look, shout out to Kendrick.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kendrick had a verse talking about something. But when you get up here, I'm going to slap you with Jesus saying I'm a damn self.
Man. Yeah, Kendrick is
wild.
He's coming.
Kendrick season is upon us. It's coming, bro.
But yeah,
I can only imagine when we get up in the age where all our kids are growing up, and then I was like, man, I don't even know if y'all gonna have a Kendrick Lamar in y'all's world, but y'all missed out.
Appreciate Kendrick, man. While we got him, don't take Kendrick Lamar for granted, because when he's done, bro, he's gonna be done. I can feel it. When he's done rapping, like putting like the rap mic down, he's going to be done. And yeah, and I feel like when he's done, he ain't gonna go back to it. I can feel that for some reason. You know how some rappers, they be like, "Oh, I'm retiring, I'm done." No, when Kendrick's done, you can already feel it. How these gaps of time, this gap of time, like with his albums, he's not dropping. We're not getting another 4 or 5 Kendrick albums. It's not happening. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, I agree.
Appreciate every time. I'm like, appreciate every visual, every song, every feature, because when he done, he gonna be done. On the rap side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep, so.
I agree.
But I ain't got no more talking, bro. All
right, man. Well, yeah, we appreciate everybody for tuning in to episode 65 of the TNT podcast. We'll be right back at you guys with that Kanye review. And peace, love, and positivity.
Yes, sir.
Peace, love.
Be out of here.